So 3 years ago, I moved to Germany to study abroad. And in order to celebrate my 3-year anniversary in Germany, I'm leaving Germany. But don't panic though, it's not forever. Or I think so, hopefully, I don't know. Anyways, I'm heading to Australia as an exchange student from the University of Europe for Applied Sciences, Germany, to Victoria University in Melbourne. So come travel with me from Germany all the way to Australia. And well, the last few days were honestly a mix of everything. It was a mix of finals, excitement, stress, and tears because I'm packing up my entire life once again. On my last night in Germany, one of my besties, Dia, drove me to my other bestie's house, Elisa, and then the next morning they both came with me to the airport to say goodbye at 5 a.m. That's how good of friends they are. And anyways, everything was going perfectly until it wasn't, because I had brought an extra suitcase because, well, moving across the world isn't exactly something you do with one bag, or at least I can't, I don't, whatever. And then Qatar Airways told me I'd have to pay 950 euros for an extra 23 kilogram suitcase. Like, what the hell? For some perspective, my flight from Berlin to Melbourne literally cost about the same. So yeah, absolutely not. I'm not paying for that. And look, I don't mind paying, but I've been traveling for like my whole life and I've never paid 950 euros for an extra bag. Like, I always travel with Lufthansa, Swiss Airlines, United Airlines, and they charge you maximum 300 euros per extra luggage. Anyways, thank God I had Dia and Elisa because they came back to the rescue. They took my suitcase back home and they will cheap it instead, which is way cheaper. And then just when I thought things couldn't get worse, I boarded my flight from Berlin to Doha. And well, if you've been here for a while, you know I'm severely celiac. I cannot eat any kind of gluten. So I requested a gluten-free meal weeks in advance. And well, guess what? Somehow the gluten-free meal was not on the flight. Again, because this happened to me last time traveling from Berlin to Indonesia with Qatar. Anyways, then I finally arrived to Doha. I was freaking starving. And thank God I had a 10-hour layover. So yeah, I basically became a resident of Doha airport for half a day. Anyways, eventually it was time for the big flight. 14 hours from Doha to Melbourne. So as soon as I got into that flight, I was looking for Jacob Elordi, but I couldn't find him. But it's okay. Anyways, I spent most of the flight trying not to sleep because I thought I would avoid the jet lag, and well, that strategy felt miserable. I am super jet lagged. But anyways, after almost 2 days of traveling, I finally landed in Melbourne. And the best part was that Victoria University had organized a driver to pick me up from the airport, which honestly made everything so much easier after such a long, exhausting journey. Then I finally arrived at my new home, Uni Lodge, and the sweetest thing happened. The girl working at Uni Lodge recognized me from social media. I literally just arrived in Australia from a very chaotic travel, and someone already knew who I was. Oh my god, that was such a surreal moment. So yeah, welcome to my new chapter, Naty in Australia, and stay tuned to see this new chapter. I will be bringing you along, guys, with me to my weekend trips, to my first dates, my first groceries in Australia, my first everything in Australia. So